Today's tech news moves fast, but understanding it shouldn't be hard. That's why Snarful Solutions Group brings you Connecting the Dots, where we break down what's happening in tech and why it matters to you. Now, let's dive in with your hosts.
Good morning and welcome back to Connecting the Dots. I'm Alex.
And I'm Morgan. Happy Friday, everyone. It is October 17th, 2025.
It really is Friday. Feels good. We've got a lot happening in tech today, but let's quickly get everyone grounded first.
Sounds good. Okay, weather check. Here in Sacramento, looking lovely, becoming sunny, high around 72 degrees, just a perfect fall day.
Couldn't agree more. But nationally, if you're traveling, definitely keep an eye out. There's a pretty significant storm system moving across the central U.S.
Yeah, heading towards the northeast. And the forecast mentions risks of severe thunderstorms, damaging winds, hail, even tornadoes and flash flooding.
Especially the Ozarks and the mid-Mississippi River Valley for Saturday. So, yeah, please stay safe out there.
Absolutely. All right, quick market check.
Let's do it. So heading into the weekend, things were, well, relatively stable overall. The Dow Jones had a decent day, up about 136 points. That's 0.30%.
And for the week, it managed a small gain, just over 0.5%, about 0.66%.
The S&P 500, though, dipped a little bit today, down just 4 points, 0.07%.
Making it a slight loss for the week, down about 0.21%. Pretty flat, really.
But the real action, or maybe roller coaster, was Bitcoin.
Oh, yeah. Took a big tumble today, down almost $2,500.
Ouch. And that means a pretty hefty weekly loss, too, over 8%. So definitely some volatility if you're in the crypto space.
For sure. Okay, before we dive into our main tech stories from the Morningstar Report, we want to give a shout out to a fantastic new sponsor.
We do indeed. Perfect timing for holiday planning, actually. We're excited to welcome Old Glory. They're an iconic music and sports fan merch store.
Seriously great stuff. If you've got that friend, you know, the techie one who's also secretly obsessed with like 80s rock or their college football team.
Exactly. Old Glory is your spot. And they've got a great offer for our listeners. Use the promo code SNARFUL. That's SNARFUL, SNARFUL at checkout.
And you get 15% off your entire purchase. Pretty sweet deal.
It is. You can find them at oldglory.com. Check them out.
Okay, great stuff there. Now let's get into it. We've got 3 really interesting stories today that I think show how we're interacting with technology is fundamentally shifting.
Yeah, it feels like we're moving past the, wow, AI is cool phase into the, okay, how does this actually work day-to-day phase?
Exactly. And that brings us straight to our first story. Anthropic rolling out skills for Claude.
Right. This is for their paid users, Pro, Max, Team, and Enterprise tiers.
So what are skills exactly? It's not just a gimmick. Anthropic describes them as these folders, basically.
Folders packed with instructions, maybe some scripts, other resources. It's like giving Claude a specific job manual.
That's a good way to put it, like a cheat sheet for your AI coworker. So say you need it to analyze an Excel sheet a certain way every time.
Or, make absolutely sure that every document it generates follows your company's really specific brand guidelines, that kind of thing.
Instead of writing this super long, detailed prompt over and over again.
Which gets tedious fast.
Right. You just teach Claude the skill once. You load that skill, and boom, it knows exactly what to do in that specific context.
Anthropic's product lead, Brad Abrams, apparently emphasized this point. It's not just about hitting general benchmarks, it's about making Claude useful for your specific job.
Yeah, like maybe you need perfectly formatted PowerPoint slides about, Haiku 4.5's market performance. You build a skill for that.
And the cool part is customization. You can build your own skills for your unique workflows.
And they sync everywhere on the Claude website if you're using the API to plug it into other software, or even with their agent SDK for developers.
It feels very much like operationalizing AI,
yeah.
Making it a reusable, scalable tool for businesses.
Definitely. And it's interesting timing, isn't it? This comes right after OpenAI announced their agent kit.
Right, which also has that goal of moving AI agents from just being a prototype to actually being used in production.
Like that Albertsons example, using an agent to figure out why ice cream sales dipped.
Yeah. So Anthropic's skill seems like their way of enabling that same kind of specific, repeatable AI work for everyone using Claude.
Right.
It's less about the one-off chat, more about the embedded AI assistant.
A fundamental shift. Okay, let's move from AI specialization to, AI everywhere. Story number 2 is Microsoft's big push with Copilot in Windows 11.
This is where, hey, Copilot comes in. The wake word is rolling out, and crucially, not just for those fancy new Copilot Plus PCs.
Right, they're bringing this voice interaction to all Windows 11 machines.
Microsoft executive Yusuf Mehdi actually called voice the third input mechanism now, right alongside the keyboard and mouse.
That's a bold statement. They're suggesting a major change in how you'll interact with your computer actually talking with it.
Their logic is, well, we already spend billions of minutes talking through our PCs on Teams calls and stuff.
And accessibility use cases, like doctors using transcription, so they think talking to the PC isn't a huge leap.
What enables this, or makes it potentially useful, is something called Copilot Vision.
Okay, tell me about Vision. It's opt-in, right?
Yes, definitely opt in. But the idea is the AI can basically see what's on your screen and help you out.
How so? Like coaching you?
Yeah, exactly. Maybe you're stuck trying to use a feature in an app or troubleshooting a problem, or even learning moves in a game. Copilot could theoretically watch and guide you step by step.
That sounds potentially helpful, especially for less tech-savvy users.
Yeah.
But we have to bring it up.
Cortana.
Microsoft tried this voice assistant thing about a decade ago, and it didn't exactly take the world by storm.
No, it didn't. It mostly got ignored or turned off. Microsoft's bet now is that the AI is finally smart enough to be genuinely useful, unlike Cortana back then.
Okay, fair enough. But there's another elephant in the room. Trust.
Yep.
Especially after the whole recall feature fiasco last year.
Right, recall caused a huge privacy backlash. Now, Copilot Vision needs to send your screen data to Microsoft's cloud to work.
Even if it's opt-in, asking users to trust them with a live feed of their screen, that's a tough sell for many people, I imagine.
It is. And they're pushing further with something called Copilot Actions, currently in preview in Copilot Labs.
Actions. So the AI can actually do stuff on your computer.
That's the idea. Like you could tell it to edit a whole folder of photos it runs locally in a secure environment, supposedly.
But even Microsoft is hedging their bets a bit. An exec warned that the agent might, quote, make some mistakes initially.
Which translates to, maybe don't let it organize your critical work files just yet.
Probably wise advice. So the big picture is, Windows 11 is being heavily marketed as the computer you can talk to, especially with Windows 10 support ending.
They really want this to be the moment voice interaction finally clicks for the mainstream PC user. We'll see if trust follows the tech.
Okay, quite a shift happening on the desktop. Now let's pivot to a massive shift in the media and sports landscape. Story 3. Formula One is leaving linear TV in the US.
This is huge. Starting in 2026, F1 has signed a 5-year deal to move exclusively to Apple TV.
Exclusively, so every practice session, qualifying, sprint race, the main Grand Prix, everything.
All behind the Apple TV subscription paywall, which is currently, what, $12.99 a month?
Yep. And Apple paid a hefty price for this exclusivity, around $140 million per year.
Wow. That's a massive jump, like 56% more than what ESPN was paying, which was already significant, around $90 million.
It really is. And you have to acknowledge, ESPN played a huge role in F1's boom here in the States. Viewership averaged like 1.4 million in 2025.
Absolutely. But F1 CEO Stefano Domenicali basically said it was time to look forward, betting on Apple's tech and, quote, social movement to keep that growth going.
It's a gamble, though, isn't it? Trading the broad reach of ESPN for the walled garden of Apple TV.
It is, but F1 seems convinced their key growth demographic supports it. Get this, 47% of new US F1 fans surveyed are between 18 and 24.
Okay. The digital native crowd. They're already used to paying for streaming services. That makes more sense.
And Apple isn't just sticking races in the TV app. They plan to weave F1 into everything.
Yeah.
Apple News, Maps, music, sports, even Fitness Plus screen.
So it becomes part of the whole Apple ecosystem experience, not just a standalone broadcast.
Right. Now, for the dedicated fans, there's actually some good news here regarding F1 TV Premium.
Oh, yeah, that's the service with all the extra camera angles and data, right? Super popular with hardcore fans.
Exactly. That service will continue, but instead of being a separate cost, it'll be included free with your Apple TV subscription.
Oh, that's interesting. So unlike their MLS Season Pass, which is an extra fee on top of Apple TV.
Correct. F1 TV Pro is bundled in. That's a pretty smart way to keep the existing fan base happy during the transition.
And Apple will apparently make some races and all the practice sessions available for free within the Apple TV app, too.
Trying to maintain some broad exposure, yeah.
Yeah.
It's a calculated risk, moving fully to streaming in 2026.
Okay.
A really fascinating platform play.
It really is. Okay, that covers our 3 main stories, seeing AI get specialized, Windows get conversational, and F1 go all in on streaming.
Yeah, lots of change packed in there. But before we wrap up with the key takeaways, one more thank you to our sponsors.
Absolutely. We also want to thank Skoni, that's S-K-O-N-I, Skoni. They make premium golf shoes.
If you're hitting the links and want that perfect mix of performance, style, and seriously good comfort, you should check them out.
And just like with Old Glory, use our promo code SNARFLE at checkout.
That'll get you 15% off your entire purchase at skoni.com.
Great shoes. Great deal. Okay, so let's quickly recap the big themes from today's analysis.
The thread connecting everything seems to be this move towards more specialized, platform-centric experiences, right?
I think so. First, you have Anthropic with Claude skills basically ditching the need for constant, repetitive prompting.
Yeah, letting you build a specialized AI coworker tailored exactly to your needs. Efficiency and consistency are the goals there.
Then you've got Microsoft pushing, hey, Copilot, trying to make voice a primary way you interact with Windows, a huge behavioral shift they're betting on.
But one that really hinges on users trusting the platform, especially with features like Copilot Vision scanning your screen.
And finally, Formula One making that massive leap away from traditional TV straight into the Apple ecosystem.
Betting that their future audience is already there, and that deep integration across Apple's platform is worth more than broadcast reach.
So the big question this leaves you with as you navigate all this is probably something like this. As everything from how you work with AI to how you watch sports gets pulled into these increasingly specific, powerful platforms.
Yeah. How much control and maybe how much personal data are we actually willing to trade for that hyper-personalized convenience they offer?
Something to think about.
Definitely something to chew on. Okay, that's our look at connecting the dots for today.
Remember, we're here to help at Snarfle, so reach out on our website if you have any more questions.
That's a wrap on today's top stories. Remember, tech doesn't have to be complicated, and we're here to help connect the dots. If you've got questions or want to learn more, visit us at snarfle.com. Thanks for listening, and we'll catch you next time.